Here we go. Let's call the City of Milton Common Council to order Tuesday, March 18th, 6 p.m. And can I get confirmation of appropriate meeting notice?
Meeting notice was posted at Milton Piggly Wiggly, Hometown Ace Hardware, and Milton City Hall.
Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? We have an agenda. Pledge of Allegiance. Go ahead, Ken. Public comments regarding items which can be affected by council action. And we have one person signed in. Please come up to the podium. Are you going to speak now?
I was just gonna wait until
Okay.
it's up on the agenda.
Okay. All right. That's okay. That's okay. All right. Approval of consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? That motion carries. And I have to scroll down. There was a lot on the consent agenda. Discussion and possible action regarding special event permit application received from the Milton Area Youth Center for Revved Up for Youth annual car show and fundraiser.
The Milton Area Youth Center submitted a special event permit application for the Revved Up for Youth annual car show and fundraiser. It's scheduled for June 28th, which is a Saturday, beginning at 2 p.m. and ending at 5 p.m. The event will be held in the Merchant Row parking lot and with an estimated attendance of 300 people. And the Public Works Department and Police Department have reviewed the information. The Public Works Department has said that the total cost related to the event is estimated to be less than $300 for the Department of Public Works services requested, and there is no request for law enforcement services and therefore no cost for our department. City staff does not make a recommendation on special event permit applications, and the special event permit application is attached.
Any questions or concerns or comments from anyone? Anybody, does staff have any concerns regarding this event? No? Okay. All right. Council?
I make a motion that we approve the special event application for the Milton Area Youth Center.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? All right, that motion carries. Discussion and possible action regarding special event permit application received from the Milton Public Library Foundation for mini golf fundraiser event.
The Milton Public Library Foundation has submitted the special event permit application for a mini golf fundraiser. It's scheduled for April 26th, and it will begin at 6 p.m. and end at 7:30. It will be held at the Milton Public Library at 430 East High Street with an attendance of an estimated 60 people. With the event, a temporary Class B liquor license application was submitted. It has been reviewed and is in compliance with the Wisconsin statutes and city ordinances. There are no public works services requested and no police department services requested. And the event application, along with the temporary Class B liquor license application, is attached.
Any questions or comments from anyone?
I move
Concerns
to
from staff? Okay.
I move to approve the special event permit application for the Milton Public Library Foundation for a mini golf fundraiser event.
Second?
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? That permit is approved. That motion carries. Discussion and,
Did you want to also have the Class B permit approved?
is that a separate motion?
The temporary Class B license based on the application, or on our ordinances doesn't require the council to approve that. That's just approved, that is just approved by city staff in our ordinance.
I'm excited for that event. Oh, yeah, she'll be thrown under the bus if there's problems. Discussion and possible action regarding special event permit application for summer kickoff from Milton Public Library.
The Milton Public Library has submitted a permit application for the summer kickoff. It's scheduled for June 9th, it beginning at 5 p.m. and ending at 6:30 p.m. It will be held at the Milton Public Library. The estimated attendance is 100 people. There are no police department services requested. The event organizers requested the use of 10 picnic tables for the event from the Department of Public Works with a cost of estimated to be less than $300.
Any concerns with this or questions or comments?
I'd move approval of the summer kickoff special event permit for the Milton Public Library.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? That motion carries. And the third party at the public library. And possible action regarding special event permit application for a food truck rally.
Milton Public Library has submitted a special event permit application for the food truck rally event scheduled for May 4th. Begins at 11 a.m., ending at 3 p.m. It will be an estimated attendance of 3 to 400 people and will be held at the Milton Public Library. And the event organizers have requested 20 picnic tables, barricades for the closure of the library parking lot, and 8 trash cans for the event. The Public Works Department has estimated the cost to be less than $600, and there are no police department services requested.
Any concerns or questions or comments? Is there a motion?
I move to approve the special event permit application for the Milton Public Library for a food truck rally.
Second?
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? That motion carries. Discussion and possible action regarding a commercial facade grant application from Stockman Property Ventures LLC.
Stockman Property Ventures LLC has applied for a facade grant for 701 East High Street. Stockman Property Ventures LLC proposes replacing the entrance door and windows and installing 2 new garage doors. The total project proposal is $30,230.91. The request from the program is $10,000. For the fiscal impact, the $10,000 expense would be incurred by TID number 10. City administration recommends approval of the facade grant for Stockman Property Ventures LLC for property located at 701 East High Street in the amount of $10,000. This grant request was also reviewed by the CDA, and they have also recommended approval.
Any questions or comments or a motion?
I move for approval of the facade grant for Stockman Property Ventures LLC for property located at 701 East High Street in the amount of $10,000.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone abstaining? Anyone opposed? That motion carries. Discussion and possible action regarding 2025 residential exterior improvement grants.
The City of Milton established the Residential Exterior Improvement Program in 2019. $50,000 is allocated towards the program using TID funds. For 2025, 9 eligible applications were received by the deadline for initial review. 9 eligible applications were reviewed by the Community Development Authority. The CDA presented 3 options for the Common Council to consider. The CDA recommended that all 9 be funded. However, that exceeds the $50,000 funding amount. The total amount applied for in 2025 was $61,322.50. The city has been notified that 2 grants with a value of $9,000 from 2024 are not going to be utilized. The CDA is requesting that the $9,000 from 2024 be added to the 2025 grant amount, and that the City Council authorizes the use of an additional $2,322.50 for the grants. Another option the CDA presented is to remove part of the project from 877 Chapel Drive that the owner indicated was a second priority. Then we could fund each grant at approximately 88% using the full $50,000 budget. A third option presented by the CDA is to remove the grant applications that involve driveways and concentrate on grants that have roof repair and painting. With this option, the total grant expense would be $48,757.50. Fiscal impact, the program is budgeted through TID and 7 and 10 funds. Options 1, additional expense can be absorbed by TID number 10. Option 2 and 3 are currently budgeted. Recommend motion to approve residential exterior program grant awards. The following amounts pending any outstanding charges due to the city: 605 College Street for $9,990, 624 College Street for $8,500, 401 South Janesville Street for $3,250, 640 College Street for $3,600, 237 Plum Street for $9,677.50, 359 East Madison Avenue for $10,000, 314 West Madison Avenue for $2,250, 626 Greenman Street for $6,990, and 877 Chapel Drive for $7,065.
Any questions about what CDA, the options that CDA gave the council, and Teresa was the chair of CDA, so she was there too in addition to Paul.
So there's no issues, that 9,000 that's left over from 2024 and moving that into the 2025? That's okay to do that?
That is money that we did not spend.
I think I like that first option, throwing in, adding the additional 2250 plus the unused funds and improving them all, because anything else, I feel like we're taking away someone that maybe said something was a second priority, but it was still part of their application. We're taking away from one nice person that did say this is second, and then also anything with the pavement, although I question whether that should be part of this grant. It is part of it, so I don't think we should change the rules after they've already applied and we've given it to others in the past. So I'd like to see the first option voted on.
Is that a motion?
Okay, then I'll make a motion then that we go with option 1, which is using the excess funds from last year, added those to the 2025 budget and an additional $2250 for the grants, and approving the exterior improvement program grant awards in the amounts as presented. Can I say that?
Second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. Does anybody else have any further questions or comments? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? All right, that motion carries. Discussion and possible action regarding comprehensive plan update proposals.
The Planning Commission narrowed down the proposals for the comprehensive plan to 2 firms. The Planning Commission invited Redevelopment Resources and Studio GWA and Vanderwall Associates to present their proposals. The comprehensive plan is the city's guiding document on future growth and planning for the next 25 years. The city has budgeted $60,000 to update the comprehensive plan, and the city recommends approval of a firm for the comprehensive plan update. After much discussion, the Plan Commission did decide to recommend Redevelopment Resources Studio GWA for that comprehensive plan initiative.
Since I'm on the Plan Commission, I'll give you a synopsis, I guess, of some of what we talked about. We felt very good about both of the presentations, felt that both firms would provide technically excellent reports to us. There were a couple of things in terms of specifically the community engagement that we specifically liked about Studio GWA. And I guess in summary, we felt Studio GWA would provide a little bit more of a accessible document in the end that might be more useful to the average citizen.
In addition, the Plan Commission liked the multiple resources for data in addition to the on-the-ground work that they were going to do, but also pulling from different sources for data that would be really be above and beyond what that Vanderwall was doing, and we thought that data was going to be really important to many aspects of governing and the success of our city.
What made it particularly difficult is the fact that we've had an ongoing relationship with Vanderwall and been very satisfied with their work. The person that would have been or would be leading it if Vanderwall was chosen is someone that we've already established a relationship with because she's been working on our zoning, and so it was a difficult choice. But I think the Plan Commission, I think unanimously decided to recommend Studio GWA.
It was unanimous, and in general, the comments were all the same regarding what influenced the final decision.
And for the record, I'll say, I think it was nice that the Plan Commission decided to have them come forward and give a presentation. I think that was it was helpful compared to just reading a packet or looking through it. So, as a spectator only in that meeting.
Any questions or comments? Is there a motion?
I would move that we contract with Studio GWA for the development of our comprehensive plan.
Second?
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? That motion carries. Congratulations. Discussion and possible action regarding Resolution 2025-08, dissolving the Milton and Milton Township Fire Department.
This resolution will dissolve the Milton Fire Department. In 2021, the city and the town joined Lakeside Fire Department. The Milton Fire Department remained as an entity to conclude the business of the department. On February 18th, the department received its final outstanding payment. Currently, the Milton Fire Department has no outstanding payable expenses other than one unemployment claim, and the only asset is the cash accounts that have been maintained by the city. The Milton Fire Commission should meet to discuss the remaining unemployment claim and possible future unemployment claims. The city treasurer has been tracking the cash fund and would be split as per the report attached, plus accrued interest. For our fiscal impact, the city would see a portion of the Milton Fire funds. These funds have been approved by the Common Council to offset city expenses of Lakeside hiring for the Eastern District. City recommends approval of Resolution 2025-08, resolution dissolving the Milton Fire and Milton Township Fire. This resolution would, Milton Township and Milton Fire would be still in existence until December 31st per our intergovernmental agreement. However, this is the start of the process.
Questions or comments? Kelsey has all the answers if you have any. A motion.
I would move approval of Resolution 2025-08, dissolving the Milton and Milton Township Fire Department as the resolution has been presented.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is there anyone opposed? All right, that motion carries. Memo, discussion and possible action regarding a work order from Baxter and Woodman for construction engineering services for the Northwest Street improvements.
Baxter and Woodman has prepared the attached work order for the Northwest Street Improvements Construction Engineering Services. The Northwest Street improvements includes full depth pavement resurfacing with curb and gutter repairs along Forest Lake Drive, Ivanhoe Drive, Woodland Drive, and Surrey Drive. Fees for services are billed based on the engineer standard hourly billing rate for actual work time performed plus reimbursement for out-of-pocket expenses and are funded by accounts related to the work performed. The total not to exceed fee for the construction engineering work order is $36,000. City administration recommends approving the work order by Baxter and Woodman for the Northwest Street Improvements Project Construction Engineering Services.
Any questions or comments or a motion?
Move to approve the work order prepared by Baxter and Woodman for the Northwest Street Improvement Project Construction Engineering Services.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Discussion and possible action regarding the Northwest Street Improvement Bid Award.
In the packet, you'll see attached a letter of recommendation from Baxter and Woodman regarding the bids received on February 27th, 2025 for the Northwest Street improvements. The low bidder was Payne and Dolan Incorporated out of Janesville. Baxter and Woodman did prepare a pre-bid opinion of probable cost for the project, and they estimated it to be $650,000. Baxter and Woodman has reviewed the bids and is recommending award of the contract to Payne and Dolan in the amount of $585,080.01.
Okay, we have someone that would like to comment on this.
Good evening. Linda Clark, 1015 Brown Drive, Milton. Thank you all for your time and your energy with regard to this situation and all the other street situations that have been and still will be. I just wanted to come in and kind of give this a last chance to see if there's any way that we can look into putting some sidewalks or trail or maybe do some adjustments on this layout so that at least we have maybe one or two streets that might have sidewalks or a path. I had sent everyone some pictures of two things that I think I've pretty much said this all along since I've lived in Milton, but I just thought that it was interesting. One of my family members was where I took the picture of the sidewalk that was on the street. And she actually lives right around the block from a elementary school. Illinois doesn't do 4K, so there is no 4K in that school. But I just thought it was kind of a nice alternative when the comments always come back, okay, I don't want to cut down my trees. I can totally appreciate that because I am a tree hugger. But then on the other hand, you know, safety and getting people off of the streets and giving them the opportunity to walk in a neighborhood, whether there's cars parked on the street or not, I think is a very important thing that this council and any future council should always keep in mind. The picture that I sent you with regards to the speed limit, I thought that was kind of interesting. I'm always one of those people that I intentionally reduce my speed around schools and parks because, first of all, I know I have the legal right to do that by 5 miles. And I just feel like it's a safer thing. As far as this particular neighborhood goes, I've tried to gently say that I'm disappointed about the outcome of what your previous vote was. But I just would like for you to reconsider this based on the fact that we have an elementary school less than a half a mile or less than a mile and a half from there. And there's really no reason why those people that are living in those 6-block area should not be able to walk safely to school or to the playground or to the best baseball fields that we have in the city or to the pavilion for the summer lunch program. I mean, I was kind of red flagged immediately when I saw the comments that the school district made about this being an unsafe neighborhood. And so I think that I just feel like it's better for us, rather than just saying, no, we're not going to do it, to say, well, what other things can we do? Because, you know, we all know that our school district does, well, not even just the school district, the gathering place, the library, all kinds of things to keep people moving around in the city. And I think that sidewalks is one of those things, or trail, that should be a basic health issue and a health situation that we can add, that we can make better in the school. So
Okay, Linda, it's
I'm not
been
going to take any more time.
3 minutes, thank you.
Yeah, not going to take any more time. And, you know, I wasn't sure if you wanted to send this on a little bit farther. I just wanted to come in and make my case again for people that normally walk on sidewalks. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. Okay, there is an agenda item regarding the bid for the project. Is there any questions or comments or a motion? The Northwest Street Improvement Bid Award.
I'd make a motion that we recommend the award of the Northwest Street Improvements contract to Payne and Dolan in the amount of $585,080.01.
Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Discussion and possible action regarding 2025 sanitary sewer lining improvements bid award.
The 2025 sanitary sewer lining project includes installation of a liner inside of existing mains at various locations within the city. The project was advertised for bids in the Janesville Gazette on February 24th and March 3rd. 3 bids were received via Quest CDN on March 13th, 2025 at 1 p.m. The bidders and bid totals are shown below. The bids acknowledge the required items for responsive bid, including a 5% bid bond. And Vision Sewer has completed work in the city of Milton before. Sewer lining is included in the improved capital improvement plan and is a cost-effective means to extend the life expectancy of sanitary sewers. The pipes that were selected are being lined because of their condition. They're normally clay tile or concrete pipe, and that's age-based or depending on the likelihood of future improvements. The total bid amount is, for the low bidder, was Vision Sewer at $230,760. Items 1 through 9 in the bid tab are approximately $100,000 with the necessary lateral reinstatements. Those items will be funded through tax incremental district 7, and the remaining items total approximately $130,000 and will be funded by the sewer fund. Staff is recommending awarding the 2025 sanitary sewer lining project to Vision Sewer.
Did we do this last year?
We did award a project in 2024. They have not completed it. They're actually going to be starting that this spring. It was late 24. So the work has not been completed.
Okay.
I'll move to award the sanitary sewer lining project to Visu Sewer for 2025.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, that motion carries. Discussion and possible action regarding the municipal agreement to purchase sodium chloride on Wisdot bid.
So annually, WISDOT allows for local municipalities to enter into the WISDOT bid program for purchase of de-icing salt. We determined the amount of de-icing salt for this project. Oh, I'm sorry, there's a typo here. The attachment shows the 100 tons proposed with the vendor reserve of 20 tons, with the total amount would be determined at the time of the bid. So staff is looking for a recommendation to approve the municipal agreement to purchase sodium chloride on the WISDOT bid.
I'm just curious, did we have any left over since there was, what, one day
I
of
was
snow?
gonna ask.
Yeah, so we have purchased, I think, 200 tons last year, and that's in the memo, and then 200 the year before and 250 the year before. And our inventory has increased the last few years because of the mild winters, so that's why we did decrease the purchase to half of what we did last year. We did use approximately 100 tons this year, but that, again, was a very mild winter.
So how much is left over?
We've got about over 500 tons in inventory right now. We used to use, 5 years ago, we used to use 400 to 500 tons of salt a year. So, but we've also been working
So
on
if we get a
equipment
crap winter ahead of
calibration,
us, then-
and we've had mild winters. So the combination of those two items have reduced salt usage dramatically.
And
the last
are
couple
we
of
using
winters.
other things too?
We use brine and brine application, but we've been doing that for some time. But mainly we attend Saltwise classes, which is part of the Rock River Stormwater Group. Helps put those on, and staff training to learn about appropriate salt usage and, again, equipment calibration so that it's being applied as efficiently and appropriately as our equipment allows. We do have some limitations based on the age of our equipment, but those things have really made an impact on the amount of salt being used annually. And again, the mild winters we've had the last couple of years too. So the goal with the dramatic decrease this year is to try to use up some of that inventory, hopefully next year. So
Is there a motion?
I would recommend approving the municipal agreement to purchase sodium chloride on the WISDOT bid.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, that motion carries. Presentation of the annual municipal separate storm sewers MS4 permit.
So annually, we need to submit the annual MS4 permit. This is just a presentation of the document to the public. There's no action required. Any questions, I could answer those for you tonight.
Okay, moving right along. I know you all read that whole document in detail, so I'm glad you understood it thoroughly and have no questions.
I was hoping there'd be questions on team building.
Yeah, well, you should tell us where you've learned, there's a lot of public engagement according to this document. Okay, discussion and possible action regarding a conditional use permit application to install a variable messaging sign at 430 East High Street. I don't know where that is.
The Milton Public Library submitted a conditional use permit application to install a variable message sign at 430 East High Street. They have submitted an application to, according to City Ordinance Section 78, 1832D, sign prohibitions and limitations, requires a conditional use permit to be granted for this type of sign. There's no fiscal impact for the City of Milton to approve the conditional use permit request and allow the installation of this sign. City Administration recommends approval of the conditional use permit for the installation of a variable message sign at 430 East High Street. This was also, the Planning Commission before the meeting tonight had a public hearing and also unanimously voted to recommend approval of this conditional use permit.
I just have a question. Will you be using the unique brain power of Miss Jamie to put most of the messages up on that sign?
Yes, all of our staff members will have input onto the sign.
And will there
Specifically
be
her,
funny
she's got a
bit?
crazy mind, so.
Yeah,
Okay.
and of course there'll be funny things.
Okay, we need
Obviously.
funny.
Then I would recommend approval of the conditional use permit for the installation of a variable message sign at 430 East High Street.
Second?
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And no one is opposed. That motion carries. And that could be like a future team building question. What is on the library sign? Okay, committee reports. Or staff reports, or whoever wants to go first.
I've been working with a couple of smaller businesses that are trying to locate to town, build new construction, things like that. Hopefully we'll be seeing some progress in the next couple of meetings on that. Been seeing a really good response from our hits so far on our monthly messages that the leadership team has been sending out. Just posted the last one on Friday, the most recent one. And we will be continuing that process for a while. I'd like to thank Ashley from the office there for jazzing it up and making it look quite nice compared to the first one. She's much, much better at that than I am. So just like to thank her.
Who else wants to go?
I can go. Our 2024 audit fieldwork is complete, and we should be getting the report from them in the coming, I'll say, month or so. 83% of property taxes were collected by Rock County during the first installment collection. And then we are working along with DPW through the hiring process for 4 seasonal crew positions for the summer.
Mark, anything to add to that?
We are taking community garden applications if anybody's interested. Spring is around the corner. But yard waste collection will start, the bins will be out in April. But yeah, seasonals, that's the big thing right now for us too, trying to get those lined up for summer, so.
Who's next?
Thank you for approving everything tonight for the library. Appreciate that. If you drove past the library on your way here tonight, you probably saw how busy we were. We had the reception for the School District of Milton's art show. So this is the 3rd year in a row that we've hosted their district-wide art show. So please take some time to come to the library and walk through all 2 floors and take a look at all the talented young artists in Milton. Some very exciting news. Thanks to a grant from the Department of Public Instruction, we are one of 7 libraries in the state that's part of a teen inclusive internship program. So with some funds, we are able to hire a teen intern this summer who will kind of learn all about the library and library work. But their main priority will be to create a connective learning project, which will kind of integrate their personal interest and experience and background into something that would benefit the library and the community. So we are very excited to bring in even more youth perspective into the library. And then applications will be available starting about mid-April.
Our department just got notice that we received a grant from the Department of Military Affairs, the Offices of Emergency Communication, to approximately fund 80% of our portable radios. And we did confirm today they are like 15 years old. So that was a huge cost saving with that. So those have been ordered, which is exciting. So hopefully dispatch can hear our guys yelling. I recently joined up with the Big Brothers Big Sisters do the Lunch Buddy program at Milton West. So just had my second lunch with a 2nd grader today, and I got mauled at recess. I'm not kidding. I got destroyed by kids today at recess. They were crazy. And Officer Schneider, he applied for Rock County SWAT, which is a joint effort through our department with Rock County. Through panel interview, physical test, and shoot test, he passed and was offered a position on the team, so he accepted that, and he'll start training with them this Thursday, actually. So I'm excited for him to join that and hopefully bring some of that training to our firearms program and reciprocate that to new officers, because he will be one of our department's upcoming field trainers as he transitions back to patrol from his school resource position. And that's it.
Great, great things. Jenny?
So there's an election on April 1st, and today was the first day of in-person absentee voting. We have seen a higher than expected turnout at this point. So our front staff has been very busy all day with that. And we are starting to look for election officials for the 26th season, so 2026 to 2027. So if anyone is interested, we have had an increased amount of park rentals. So if you're interested in having an event this year, you may want to get your application in as soon as possible, because we are filling up. And that's all that I have right now.
Didn't you just graduate from something?
Right.
Yes, I did graduate on Friday from the UW-Madison Certified Public Managers Program.
Congratulations.
Thank you for
Pretty
the
big
reminder.
deal.
So you can do more things now. Maybe the new mayor can put in for a raise for you, maybe. Okay, any committee reports for anyone? Charlotte, go.
I actually will talk about Parks and Rec last night. As some of if you look around the different park areas, the signs are getting a little bit old, and DPW's been doing everything they can to keep it fresh and nice looking. So we are exploring different options on the kiosks, which I think we determined there's like 6 kiosks. And really, how are we as a city utilizing them, and how does the public view them, and then new signs. So no further action at this time, but if you guys have any opinions on how you use a kiosk, let us know.
That would be you, Linda. Any other reports or committee reports? All right, okay. Team building exercise is, and you can Google, you're free to Google, what is your favorite wedding reception dance either to watch or participate in?
Chicken.
Wobble.
Also chicken.
Just a live band in general.
Chicken.
Cupid Shuffle.
I'll second the Cupid Shuffle. He beat me to it.
Baby got back.
I'm going to say some of those line dancing ones that they do, like Achy Breaky Heart, if it's a country wedding.
Well, at my wedding, just a few years ago, we had the Blues Brothers show up. And, what was fun was the songs that they sang, and people just went nuts doing what they wanted. And I liked that idea that people could just do whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
So.
Who's left?
Is the Cupid Shuffle, is that the same as the electric slide? No, there's
No,
no.
they're
I like
two
the electric
different.
slide. I don't know
Yeah,
this Cupid.
yeah.
I like Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy. It's a good one.
Oh, we do have Brian.
Ryan?
I don't have a favorite, so I'm just gonna say chicken.
What did you say?
What
Do you guys?
Doesn't have a favorite, so I'll say chicken.
Chicken. That's great. Who else is left?
Marks.
Mark's had a live
no.
band. There's not like a Disney song you like to dance to?
Come on, Mark. Take a stance. Let's do this.
Well, I would say, I guess I'm more old school here. Going back to my high school days when we go to the local ballroom, and they always had live bands, usually with a tuba and then a accordion and such. So I would say Schottish.
Oh, so now we have to look that up.
Oh, that's good old school German dance. Shottish. You bet.
Okay. I know that. I think that's excellent. Linda? Okay, so the idea is the one that was said the most is the one we're going to do together tonight.
No.
I think we can.
Oh my God.
We will not move on to the next agenda item. Our next meeting is that the next agenda item?
Second.
April 2nd. Because the election's the first. So all those in favor to adjourn, say aye.
Aye.
All right, you want to make a motion?
So moved.
All right, anybody opposed? Okay, we're adjourned.